For 4 years, Russia's Black Sea Fleet has repeatedly retreated to evade Ukrainian strikes. After losing safety in Sevastopol, the fleet relocated east to Novorossiysk, a port Moscow hailed as an unbreakable stronghold. Yet on August 12th, this final safe haven was heavily breached in a large-scale overnight Ukrainian offensive. Labeled a one-of-a-kind military operation by Ukrainian commanders, the strike marked a major wartime breakthrough. For the first time, Ukraine unleashed a full coordinated barrage of its domestic long-range arsenal, including extended-range Neptune missiles, multiple models of jet-powered drones, 9 types of attack UAVs, and specialized unmanned surface vessels. Striking targets over 300 kilometers from front lines, Ukraine demonstrated its drastically expanded deep strike capability. Kyiv has not released the exact number of weapons deployed. Russia's defense ministry claimed 52 drones were intercepted that night, but the defensive tally masks severe losses. 4 Russian warships took direct hits, including 2 Caliber missile frigates, the fleet's most valuable strike assets. Key air defense radars, port facilities, and submarine infrastructure were also crippled, prompting a state of emergency in heavily fortified Novorossiysk. The attack triggered sweeping civilian and economic chaos in the 260,000-resident port city. 2 major grain export terminals responsible for 1/3 of Russia's annual grain trade halted all operations. An oil terminal erupted in fire, while ruptured water pipelines left the entire city without running water overnight. On August 11 to 12, simultaneous alarms blared across Novorossiysk and occupied Sevastopol as waves of drone swarms overwhelmed Russian defenses. Far from a simple drone raid, the operation was a joint precision campaign by Ukraine's security service, Navy, military intelligence, and border forces. Ukraine targeted Novorossiysk deliberately, as it serves as the Black Sea Fleet's core operational base and last major maritime outpost. The strike's core objective is to steadily degrade Russia's ability to control Black Sea waters and launch naval attacks on Ukraine. This unprecedented multi-weapon coordinated strike defines Kyiv's new military doctrine: long-range sanctions. Ukrainian forces executed a methodical, layered attack. They first neutralized Russia's S-300 radar arrays, mobile air defense units, oil depot tunnels, and key port berths, blinding defensive systems before striking core naval and logistical infrastructure. Sevastopol also endured massive drone assaults, with Russian occupiers claiming over 30 UAVs shot down. Crimean resistance groups recorded 8 powerful explosions near a local thermal power plant, with massive fires lighting up the night sky. The synchronized strikes on both the fleet's old and new strongholds proved Ukraine's full Black Sea strike reach. Ukrainian military leadership stated that Russian naval assets and supporting infrastructure will remain vulnerable as long as Moscow's aggression continues, adding that Kyiv remains open to viable diplomatic solutions. Ukraine's general staff confirmed 4 Russian warships sustained varied degrees of damage, with ongoing damage assessments. The stricken vessels form the Black Sea Fleet's combat corps: 2 Project 11356 caliber-equipped frigates, a Buyan M missile ship, and a Vasily Baikov-class patrol ship. The 2 damaged frigates are Russia's primary sea-based cruise missile platforms, each carrying 8 vertical launch cells for a combined 16 caliber missile salvo capacity. Independent satellite analysis confirmed strike damage is concentrated on their missile launch zones, while the Admiral Makarov also suffered heavy damage to its radar and communication superstructure. The damage severely curtails Russia's maritime strike capability for the duration of the repairs. Satellite data also revealed unreported harm to minesweepers, test vessels, and intelligence ships. Additionally, strikes crippled infrastructure supporting Russia's 4th Submarine Brigade, damaging submarine piers and targeting docked underwater assets, neutralizing Russia's last reliable Black Sea naval advantage. This offensive caps 4 years of steady Black Sea Fleet decline. Ukrainian defense data puts Russian combat asset losses at 30%, while U.S. naval analysts estimate up to 40%. Before this strike, Russia's operational offensive fleet was reduced to just 7 vessels, including the 2 now disabled key frigates. Though no vessels were confirmed, sunk and assessments continue. The strategic impact is decisive. Russia's most fortified naval base can no longer protect its fleet, with every new strike further eroding its combat strength. Beyond military losses, the repeated defeat of Russia's historic, pride-symbolizing Black Sea Fleet deals a heavy blow to the Kremlin's great power prestige. The attack triggered severe humanitarian consequences in Novorossiysk. Ruptured water pipelines cut city-wide water supplies. Dozens of residential and commercial buildings were damaged, forcing civilian evacuations and emergency water deliveries via tanker trucks alongside an official state of emergency. Crucially, the strike disabled Russia's key war-funding export infrastructure. 2 Novorossiysk grain terminals, handling 1/3 of Russia's annual wheat exports, halted operations after critical conveyor systems were destroyed. The disruption pushed Chicago wheat futures up nearly 3% in one day. The raid erased market hopes of a Russia-Ukraine port safety truce. It also worsened Russia's collapsing grain trade. July exports hit a 10-year low, with August volumes expected to halve again. Russian agricultural groups warn a full Black Sea export shutdown could eliminate 80% of national grain exports, crushing domestic farmers and worsening global food crises in Africa and the Middle East. On the energy front, Ukraine struck Novorossiysk's core oil terminal, damaging a major tanker pier and hitting a crude vessel mid-loading. Satellite imagery shows scorched terminal surfaces, oil spills, and persistent fires across fuel storage facilities overnight. Notably, Ukraine honored a prior U.S. request to spare the CPC oil pipeline. This deliberate restraint proves the strikes are surgical and strategic, targeting only Russia's military and war economy assets rather than global energy infrastructure. The strike leaves Russia's Black Sea Fleet with no viable escape strategy. Scattering ships to minor ports destroys its unified combat capability, while eastward redeployment offers no safety against Ukraine's 300-kilometer strike range. Retreating to the Caspian Sea would permanently strand the fleet in inland waters, removing it from Black Sea combat entirely. Russian naval power in the Black and Azov Seas has collapsed. Surface ships are effectively port-bound, with naval aviation forced to fill all maritime defense roles. Desperate Russian crews now rely on outdated World War-style dazzle camouflage and makeshift drone nets and metal cages to evade attacks, a stark sign of the fleet's degradation. Moscow has attempted to downplay the defeat, highlighting high drone interception rates, denying ship sinkings, claiming damaged vessels are repairable, and blaming Ukrainian debris for civilian damage. Russian officials also emphasize the fleet's 4-year survival record. These defenses are strategically hollow. Even with heavy drone interceptions, Ukraine destroyed critical military and economic assets. Under international maritime rules, closed Black Sea straits bar Russia from replacing lost naval hardware, guaranteeing steady, irreversible fleet shrinkage despite temporary repairs. Naval dominance hinges on accessible waters, not ship count. Russia's Black Sea Fleet has suffered years of steady retreat from Ukrainian coasts, from Sevastopol, from open seas, and now from its final Novorossiysk sanctuary. The conflict yields an unprecedented paradox. A country without a traditional navy has successfully besieged and degraded one of the world's major naval powers at its own bases. Russia's ambition to turn the Black Sea into a controlled Russian lake is fully shattered. All Russian-flagged vessels in the region now face constant operational and insurance risks. Ukraine's long-range sanctions doctrine has proven devastatingly effective, systematically dismantling Russia's long-held Black Sea naval supremacy.